Okay, you like ACOTAR, Throne of Glass, Fated Mates, Spice. I have some perfect recommendations for you. I gotta start with These Hollow Vows and These Twisted Bonds by Lexi Ryan. This is a little more on the mild spicy side. It technically is upper YA. I would still give it a level 2 spice though. And it has like basically ACOTAR meets a selection and like had a baby. I really enjoyed this series. I know some people didn't, but I think it's super, super fun. Mortal girl goes to the Fae Kingdom to try and save her sister, has to try and win the hand of the prince. And it's so good. There's a lot of twists and turns, and I loved it and devoured this duology. So highly recommend it. Odds are you've heard of the Plated Prisoner series by Raven Kennedy. But this one's like a King Midas retelling, and it's got Fae and has a really great romance and some really awesome spice. Do check your trigger warnings with this one though. There are some trigger warnings in it. I love this series, and the 5th and final book is coming out, I believe, later this year. So, it's on Kindle Unlimited, and it's really, really good, and I loved it. If you liked ACOTAR, Rhapsodic by Laura Fassel is like one of the main series I recommend to people. These are the 3 books. To people that liked ACOTAR. I feel like it has a very similar vibe to it with the characters, at least the first book does. And it's a little bit darker and a little bit spicier than I would say ACOTAR is, but it is just it's got like a Hades Persephone sort of vibe to it. And it's just a really fun series and really well done. So I would recommend this. Final series I'm going to recommend is A Kingdom of Stars and Shadows by Holly Renee. This is the first book. You can see all 3 books there. They're all out. They're all on Kindle Unlimited. This one has Fae and vampires and fated mates and a love triangle and warring kingdoms, political intrigue. It's got it all. And it's got a lot of spice. So it's probably the spiciest out of the ones that I've recommended to you. But it's really fun, and I devoured these, and I don't usually like books that have a ton of spice. So that's actually like a really huge recommendation for me, because I usually struggle to get through books that have as much spice as these did, but the plot was intriguing enough that I still really enjoyed it. So I definitely recommend these.